Welcome back to our pitch deck guide series, a slide-by-slide walkthrough with a VC-backed founder on how to create an investor-ready pitch deck. Today, we'll be talking about how to create the perfect problem slide. This video will walk through the do's and don'ts with examples of problem slides from real pitch decks and a couple walkthroughs of how to fix common mistakes founders make. So without further ado, what is the purpose of the problem slide? Now, there are many different pitch deck recipes out there, but you will notice that the problem slide appears in all of them. And this makes sense because every single successful startup solves a critical problem. Tips for your problem slide. It's a great idea to use numbers where you can to quantify why this problem matters and create urgency. You can also complement this by illustrating pain points with diagrams or even photos that showcase the problem visually. If you're in a technically complex industry, for instance, biotech, you'll want to avoid jargon and use simple word choice. And finally, use emotional hooks to make the customer journey relatable. Now let's go through some examples of problem slides from real pitch decks. We'll start with this one from Crunchbase, which they used to raise $30 million in Series C funding. The slide itself is pretty simple, just a little bit of text and a beautiful gap diagram in the background, which is one of my favorite motifs to use in a problem slide. FageLab takes a different approach, creating urgency by showcasing how bacterial resistance is accelerating exponentially. Pitch.com doesn't use any numbers and instead tells the user story by demonstrating all the different tools that a presentation designer has to rely on today. Pathfi takes this even further and shows us how a picture is worth 1,000 words with this simple yet super effective slide, incorporating a screenshot of a browser filled with 100 tabs. Naples' problem slide is admittedly a little bit dense, but it does a good job of illustrating specific pain points and use cases that they aim to address. Axle Health, on the other hand, focuses solely on quantifying the impact. Of course, this video wouldn't be complete without mentioning Airbnb's pitch deck, the iconic 2008 C presentation that raised $650K. The founders of Airbnb just used 3 simple sentences, which is a testament to how you don't really need to overthink what goes on the slide. Founders in industries like food may think that their deck doesn't need a problem slide, but this excerpt from Bespoken Spirit's 2020 $2 million seed round shows otherwise. Moving on to slide surgery, we're going to be looking at some common mistakes on problem slides and how to fix them. So here's a template from Adobe Express. It's simple enough, but there's room for improvement. The main problem is that there's too much text, and we can fix that by breaking up the text and incorporating some simple visuals. And if we put them side by side, you can really see how the new slide is a lot easier to approach and quick to digest. Our next example is actually a real slide from WeWork's Series D presentation. Looking at it, there's just too much text and it's hard to parse what the numbers are actually trying to tell us. So in this revision, we dramatically reduce the text and use a different type of visual that makes the growth story they're trying to tell a lot easier to see. And then when we compare it side by side, you can really see the difference. So to wrap this up, if you're wondering where to get started on your pitch deck, here are a couple of resources for you to check out. First, you can browse thousands of other example pitch decks at bestpitchdeck.com. It's completely free, no login required, and updated weekly. Also, if you want to get a jump start on your deck, you might be interested in one of the 50-plus templates made by VC-backed founders and tailored to your industry and funding stage. We hope you found this helpful. Follow our channel for more like this. Link to the full guide in the description.